Hey folks, this is Nod and we are mucking around in X-Plane. Alright, today I have treated myself to a new glider and I'm all excited. I have not flown this yet, so this will be a complete sort of first impressions video. And, well, here it is. Now, what is it to start with? It is a DFS, and yeah, I'm going to use translate here to pronounce that for me.
Habicht.
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 Habicht. Okay, it's the DSF Habicht glider, which I have seen. I'm somewhat familiar with it. I've seen this around before, and it's a fun little glider. The weird thing about this, though, is you need to buy this from these MLADG is the company, I guess, that makes this. But they always seem to package their gliders with some other jet for some reason. Yeah, the last glider I got, the Blahnik, the L13 Blahnik, came with another jet, which I didn't really want, but you know, for 18 bucks you get a jet and you get the Habicht. So I've done that, and you must admit I actually do kind of like this jet. This kind jets are not really my thing, but this was, as a kid, this was always one of my favorite jets. I love this thing, so I'm gonna have some fun flying that too, I'm sure. So anyway, I wanted to take this thing out for a spin. It's like sort of a little squat thing. You know, the other high performance, fast glass, composite ships that I'm used to flying, this thing is none of those things. I mean, you can see like it's obviously a fabric covered wing. You can see the ribs and everything in there, and you know, it's a proper old fashioned vintage glider, you know. Look at the size of those ailerons. I don't think there's any flaps on it, but oh, it's got lots of control throw. It should be lots of fun to fly. And you know, the best part I really like is, yeah, when you move the guy's head, his head responds to the control inputs, which is awesome. So, to test this out, I think I'm going to actually do a task with this. This is just a short 30-minute task, so although this glider I'm suspecting might take a little bit longer. We'll see how long the video ends up being, but yeah, I should need to give credit to the author of the task. This will be James. I have flown this before, and I've also made videos about it before, so if you guys have seen that, it's James has this wonderful blog here, which I will put a link in the description, and he's got all sorts of information for this ZMC task, which is in the Austrian Alps. And he's got all the weather settings and everything you need to do, so we're going to give that a whirl. So, yeah, here's my course, all set up, and let's get in the glider and check it out. So, as I said, this is the first time in this glider, so I'm not at all familiar with this. Right, so what do we have here? We've got airspeed, okay, that's fine. We've got a bank turn coordinator, very good. Looks like we got a variometer of sorts, a climb rate. What is this? I'm going to guess that's G's. It's all 1G. -4, 8. Wow, you could have some fun in this thing, huh? 8 G's this thing will pull before I pull the wings off. Got a compass, and what the heck is this? This is the altimeter. Okay, so it's in kilometers perhaps. Yeah, I think so. What are we actually at here? We're at what is our current altitude here? 2,470 feet. So that equates to, yeah, 750 meters, I guess. Yep, that sounds about right. Alright. So it's all very metric and German. Alright, so I believe the spoilers are on this map to this thing here. Okay. I think that's all she's got. Spoilers. I got the spoilers. Very good. Proportional. Nice. Alright, and I guess this big yellow thing is the tow release. So I'm going to winch launch here, and I'm going to run the task and see how she does. I don't see any way to switch on a variometer tone, so it's going to be another one. This is the second glider I've got from this company, and neither of them has a variometer tone, but they are both vintage gliders, so I suppose that's actually kind of in keeping. So yeah, I'll just have to deal with it. Just keep an eye on the instruments, which is, you know, a little more head in cockpit than I would prefer, but it'll be fine. Let's get flying. Okay, here we go. Okay, brakes are off, I hope. And away we go. Oh yeah, it already feels kind of nice. Very nice. Okay. Alright, there goes the airspeed. Nose is dropping, running out of winch line, so this knob here. Oh, there we go. Pretty good. We are off and we are gliding. Alright, let's get a feel for how she feels here. A feel for how she feels. Brilliant. Alright, so I have no idea what the ideal speed should be on this thing. It doesn't seem to say on this instrument here. I'm just going to kind of let it settle into its groove. Do need to turn around though, because we need to head towards our start point. So I'm going to be heading up this way. So I've got the wind coming, I got the course set up the same way as James. You know, the same winds and everything as the task should be, so wind's coming over my left wing right now. So that face in front of us should be good. So we'll head over there. I'll keep this map on the screen the whole time, but alright, so what are we doing here? Oh, okay, there's a little bit of lift maybe, or is that just me slowing down? Gotta get used to this thing. Alright, so I think if I fly up and down across this face here, we should get some lift. Get in position here. We're flying about 70 kilometers an hour, which seems like sort of reasonable for this rather chunky looking, I assume fairly lightweight glider. Or maybe it's heavy because it's wood, I don't know. Don't think so. Tell you what, one thing I like about it, the visibility is really good compared to the Blahnik that had this big arch thing on it. This is quite nice. Alright, so we are actually going up. Okay, we're getting some lift here. Oh yeah, going up very nicely. Yeah, I suspect this will be slow, but it'll probably perform very nicely. We shall find out. Okay, lift's bleeding off a little bit there. Swing it around. She likes some rudder, she does, yeah. This side here. Alright, stop doing the camera and try to glide this thing, will you? Alright, so I need to get on top of this before we can start our task, so. Yeah, so far she kind of feels kind of nice. Pretty responsive. Doesn't have too much of a nose wiggle like some of the other gliders do. When you come out of a turn, it's sort of. Well, having said that, maybe it does a little bit. Alright, so we're going up nicely here. Haven't started our task yet, but we will shortly. I think it's over there, that's the start point over there by that a snowy area on the hill there. That's what we're going to call that. Let's go back one more time here. Kind of throwing it around here a bit. Yeah, a little smoother perhaps. Yeah, it feels pretty pitch stable. It's not, I'm not having to do a lot of like up and down nonsense with it. Having said that, we're dropping it pretty alarmingly slow here, but it feels controllable. I don't feel mushy or anything like that. Yeah, it's quite a comfortable glider to fly. Alright, we're getting there. Alright, I think we're going to head over to the next ridge here. Let's see, where am I? Okay, let's head this way a bit. See where I am, where I need to be. There's a start point there. I was planning on using XC Soar for this, but I just kind of want to get this recorded and I don't want to bother setting up setting the task up with that just now, but although it is on my to-do list to do that. Alright, so we need to be below 6,000 feet to start with. I don't know what that equates to meters, but you can see on here we're at 5,200, so I think once we get to this point here, we'll probably start the task. Although it's over this next ridge, isn't it? Let's see here. Yeah, okay, I gotta be a little bit further over here. So we are climbing, that's good. Yeah, I'd like to be close to 6,000 when we start. Alright, stay inside this bowl here. We should be, actually it's going to be sink here, isn't it? As the wind's coming from behind us. Although, inexplicably we're going up for some reason. No, we're not. I want to get over here. It's just a funky looking airplane, I like it. It's got pretty good presence. Alright, let's see if we get in position here. Let's start our task. Alright, that's enough height, I think. Let's swing around and we shall begin. Look at that scenery. Ooh, yeah. Alright, let's get going. Okay, starting the clock. And we are on task. Kind of head up this ridge here as we get past this little bump here. Yeah, I mean, I missed the variotone, but then again, it is a lot nicer not to have to listen to that horrible beeping sound all the time, but you kind of get used to it the more glider flying you do, and it doesn't really phase you anymore. But for making these videos, I often wonder how tolerant my audience is going to be of those turns, but some gliders are worse than others, that's for sure. This one is very nice and quiet. Just hear a little bit of wind, it's very nice. Alright, we're not exactly climbing great here, I don't know why. Okay, yeah, now we are. Beep, 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 beep. That's the noise I should be hearing. I wonder if there's a way you could like sort of drop a modern vario in this airplane. But I kind of like that it's a vintage airplane, and you know, you kind of just got to deal without. But it is sort of becomes part of the gliding as that tone. It just sort of, you miss it when it isn't there. Alright, so making some pretty good progress here. I'm going to get on top of this ridge very soon, and then I'm going to speed up a little bit, I think. Drop the nose. So I believe my trim is this green knob down here. Yeah, okay. Put that forwards a little bit. See what this puppy can do. So we're doing 80. Goes all the way up to 140. I don't have any flaps on this thing to worry about. Nope, I think we went over the ridge too far here. Let's get back on the right side here. Sinking horribly. Okay, that's better. Alright, so I'm going to follow this around. Actually, this is the part we just skip over there, isn't it? I've done this like 4 times, as you can tell. Don't know what the heck I'm doing still. Alright, let's dive through this a little bit. Get through the sink. So I don't have any flaps, although Seems like you could have flaps with this. You got full span ailerons on this thing, so. Time for another flyby. I do love gull-winged airplanes. I actually have a couple of model airplanes that have gull wings on them, and it's just such a cool look. You can see why they call them gull wings, of course, because they're look rather gull-like, don't they? They go up and then they go down. Yeah, that's a pretty airplane. It really is. It's very shiny too. Alright, we're gonna get back in the cockpit and start concentrating here. Yeah, I'm not too worried about my time today, but it will be interesting to record a decent session, I guess. Like over 80, it's not bad. Getting a little bit of lift, that's interesting. Might have been a thermal, maybe. Yeah, I'm going to miss so much without the variotone. I don't know when things are happening unless I'm looking right there. So you don't really get that, seat in the pants feel when you're in a simulator, of course. I mean, I could watch for like the nose dropping or the nose raising as you get in lift sometimes. Whether that's modeled on this glider, I don't know, but I think it's just part of the physics of X-plane, actually. When you hit lift, the nose tends to go up, I guess, yeah. Alright, so I get on top of this. And follow this down there, that's right. Then we got the tricky part, and we get to see how this thing really performs. Get all the way to the top of this if I can. So everything else down here I think is lower. You give me some lift soon. Come on. No, not going down. You make me land out on my first impressions video. There we go. There's the lift we wanted. Alright, so we got on top of this. I'm good. Sitting pretty. Alright, yeah, I guess we should follow this around. Yeah, this handles really nicely. I like this glider. That Antares, everyone flies a lot. It's a beautiful glider, and it's the performance in that thing is amazing, and it's got all the bells and whistles, but it's a handful to fly that thing. This thing is like a puppy dog compared to that, though. This feels very easy to fly. Alright, I think we're gonna go make our run to the waypoint out here. We'll follow this ridge down a little bit. Get a little bit of speed going here. Should still be getting a little bit of lift off this ridge if I play my cards right here. No, I'm sustaining, I'm not really gaining, which is alright. Yeah, this speed is... I thought the Planet was slow. This thing... I don't think I'm doing this in 34 minutes is what I think my record time in the Antares getting around here is 34 minutes. Oh, maybe that was the ASK-21. Who knows? So many gliders. It's all a big blur. So there's a few other versions of this glider that they look like they're clipped wing versions. I don't quite know what to make of it. It's got really short. Oh, I'll show you. Might have to make another video about that. There seems to be 3 different versions of this glider, which is very cool. Let's check them all out. Let's see what it's all about. Knowing this company, they'd probably put a jet engine in. It'd be kind of anachronistic. Put a jet engine in a vintage glider, but I think it's kind of cool. Kind of fun. Alright, we need to go over there once I do visit my waypoint here. So let's go get the waypoint. Head out over whatever this town is here. I should know, but what's it say? I'm not even going to pronounce that. Try to pronounce that. Yes, I am. Saalfelden. Steinemmeer. Yeah, that's exactly the way the Austrians pronounce it. Perfectly pronounced, but yeah, no problem at all. Not. Yeah, I don't know if I'm flying it too slow or too fast or what I'm doing. I'm just kind of letting it get... I did drop the trim a little bit. I'm not exactly centered trim, but I'm flying the yoke, so I don't exactly have a center. It's centering on my yoke anyway, so it could be too fast, could be too slow. My thought is 80 or 90 sound about right. Could read the manual, I suppose, and figure out what speed I'm supposed to be flying. Nobody reads the manual. Alright, I feel like we're getting somewhere now. We're almost at the waypoint. Been flying for 10 minutes so far, coming up on waypoint 1. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how this arrow tows. I'd imagine it's pretty docile. Yeah, it feels kind of like a small glider too. It doesn't feel like a big, you know, that Antares is enormous. You don't realize it when you're in the cockpit, but this is clearly not a big machine, is it? A one-seater. Open cockpit, kind of like that too. Out there with the breeze, with the super styling hat. I love the way he looks around. Alright, how are we doing here? We getting there? This is technically waypoint 2, isn't it? Waypoint 1 is the start. Yeah, I'm actually quite impressed with this glider. I'm really liking this. It's like a completely different machine. In the RC gliders I fly, I've flown a few fast class modern composite gliders, and to be honest, I prefer flying the vintage stuff. It's just a little bit more my speed, a little slower, a little easier handling. But obviously I can't do half the things the modern stuff can do, but just pure flying enjoyment though, this vintage stuff is kind of, it just feels right. It feels like it's, I don't know. Flies like an airplane should. Alright, I had this, I got drifted way downwind there, didn't I? That's not good. Alright, let's get this waypoint and get on with our task here. Alright, I'm going to call that good. So let's head on over to the mountain here. So, I mean, I should go right in here and start getting some lift, but I've made the mistake of going in too early and getting back here before, and it's just not been pretty because the wind is like completely parallel to that. But once you get into here, it's not good either because you get the left side of these spurs is no lift; it's all sink, so it's really hard to get up here. Look at that thing flying sideways. A little bit of a wind. Yeah, I'd like to get around this here and go up the other side of that maybe. Just to avoid all this unpleasantness over here. Don't know how low we're going to be by the time we get over there though. Yeah, that sink is scaring me there. 2 meters per second, that's not good. Oh, it's improving, I see. Speed's not bad. This wind is really pushing us sideways though, because you know, it's the same wind I always run this task on, which is right now 18 knots, but 18 knots to glider only flying 80 kilometers an hour is a lot. That's my ground speed right now. Ground speed's 41. Yeah, 41 knots. Most of it going sideways, I guess. I think we're okay though. Yeah, it'd be nice to get up there though, wouldn't it? I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to duck in here and see if I can get anything off this. So let's get up a little further, I'll make a turn. Hopefully we'll get lift off this down here. If we don't, I'm in big trouble. can't get near this stuff over here to the right though. That's going to be sink. It's going to be in the shadow of the wind. So yeah, the wind's coming from that way, off my right wing right now. So I should have lift on the left side of these spurs. And up here too, if I can get up there, that'd be marvelous. But okay, let's get an Averio here. Up she goes, very good. Yeah, if I can get up there, I'll be really happy. Beep, 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 beep. That's what I'm hearing right now. That's what I'm seeing, I should say. Alright, so... oh, that's really climbing good now. Look at that. If I can get up over the top of that, that'd be brilliant. I've got a feeling it's going to drop off horribly as soon as I get in the shadow of this, though. Maybe not. Oh, I think we're already good. Sweet, going up we are. Tell you what, this thing climbs really nicely. I think it's because it's so light and small. It's like just a little bit of breeze really gets it going. Yeah, it performs pretty good as far as climbing. And it's kind of nice that I'm flying so slow. I can really sort of take advantage of these features, you know. You know, the fastest stuff that's doing 140 knots, you're through this section before you could even blink, and you know, you're not really milking it for the full potential there, perhaps. So, slow is actually kind of good. Yeah, I don't think I've ever got up here before, and the other glide is all the way to the top here. Yeah, it's picking out at 5 meters per second, maybe even more. Maxed out the thing I have. Yeah, I'd call that going up. Crazy go wings. Never been back there. I'm not going to start the day. Alright, so where's my map here? Let's see. I think this is all going to be sort of parallel to the wind here, so I'm going to expect sink along here. Unfortunate, but if I can get over this bit here, I think I'll be happy. Let's dive down a little bit here and get past this area where it's probably going to be sinking. Yeah, see that? Really dropping off now, so let's get a little bit of air moving here. 95 knots, kilometers, miles, whatever. It's going to be a record-breaking time. Yeah, I feel like it's going pretty good. Look at that go. Nose down and it's still going up. Like that. That means fast. Alright, I think once we get around here, well, I can really drop the nose and get some speed going here. We should be in constant lift. That's where things just suddenly get easy. We went through the hard part already, which I gotta say, I don't know if it's from experience or whether this glider is that good, but that went really well. I think we're in good shape for the rest of the course here. Spur looks like a bit of a challenge. Oh crap. Up. Got the sink down, I did. Hello. Okay, now I'm in trouble. Oh no. 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 Oh no. Disaster. What have I done? Look, the wings have fallen off and everything. Oh. You think? Oh, the horror. It still. Oh, that's not good. No. No, my beautiful new shiny glider. Ah, yeah, that's going to leave a mark. love the wings fell off. That's kind of neat. Can I sort of control this thing? No. Right, okay. Well, it's kind of good because I didn't want to make a big long-winded video again, so maybe that's just as well. I crashed and then... Oh, here we go again. Are you done crashing horribly? Alrighty. Very good. Well, yes. What can we say about the glider here? It's really good as long as you pay attention and not mucking around with the cameras trying to make cinematic videos. Yeah, I'm going to enjoy this glider, I can tell already.